Parliament embodies the sovereign will and power of the people. Parliament embodies the might and majesty of the people. And as I keep on saying, the power of the people is stronger than the people in power.
Ghanaians have had another reason to talk about the tiff between number 1 and number 3. If you're wondering who I'm talking about, they are President Akufo-Addo and Speaker of Parliament Alban Bagbin.
It took 3 tries between 2008 and 2016 for me to get elected, by which time the popular catchphrases of Akufo-Addo cannot be president, God does not want Akufo-Addo to be president, Akufo-Addo is short and does not have the stature to be president.
At least I have a position in Ghana. Number 3. What is your number?
Some of these moments were on the lighter note. However, there were quite intense encounters between these two. The first had to do with budget. So what happened?
What the Constitution has done is for them to make recommendations and to negotiate during the deliberations of the budget before the House. It is not for the executive to impose ceilings on the judiciary or parliament.
After Speaker Bagbin went on this tirade, the president took heed and did what Parliament could describe as needful. However, there were many more exchanges to come. Then came the issue of bills and their assent. President Akufo-Addo returned 3 bills, one of which he had already given his assent to the sender, Parliament. One of the bills was the witchcraft bill. President Akufo-Addo argued that, per provisions of the 1992 Constitution, he was unable to give his assent to this bill that had been privately sponsored and passed. The Speaker once again gave the President his peace of mind.
Definitely, totally, vehemently disagree with the positions taken by the President. The President has got it tragically wrong. Tragically wrong. The President has not been properly advised. And the President has not been properly informed of the processes these bills have gone through.
Now, with 10 months left for President Akufo-Addo to exit, many would have thought his final year would be smooth sailing, and by extension, the seemingly frosty relationship between number 1 and number 3 would thaw, yes? But if ever there was any bill that was expected to solidify their frenemy status, it will be the Human Sexual Rights and Family Values Bill, and sure it did. It began with the Secretary to the President, Nana Asante-Bedieto's letter to the Clerk of Parliament asking the House to refrain and desist from transmitting the bill to the Presidency until all pending legal matters are dealt with. And that is how we arrived at this following 2 weeks of absence. The Speaker returned with a bang.
In the light of this process, the House is unable to continue to consider the nominations of His Excellency the President, to use the language of the Attorney General and Minister for Justice, quote, in the spirit of upholding the rule of law, unquote, until after the determination of the application for interlocutory injunction by the Supreme Court.
And until we hear from the Presidency again, we cannot assure you that this will be the last time we hear from the Speaker.
Your President is now lame duck President. You need this side of the House to support you to finish your 8 years.
Speaker Bagbin says I'm a lame duck. Well, that's his language. That's his language. I am still the President of the Republic. and I will continue to be so until the 7th of January 2025.